I know that Willem Dafoe is a very talented actor.
He is. He's a great actor.
And I've been talking with his management to try and get him involved in some movie projects. They've not gotten back to me. I wrote on an envelope, Willem Dafoe, parentheses management, and put a letter in an envelope and like flung that out my window. I assume it'll get to him. I trust the mail.
He's very. I don't think he picks his roles that way.
He does anything, and he'll certainly do this because I've got this idea for a movie that will showcase his talents beyond compare.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's called DafoeboCop.
I think you did this one once.
We did, but it was on a podcast that never went out, so I'm doing it again, and I'd thank you not to bring this up.
Sure, my mistake.
DafoeboCop. Now laugh as if it's the first time you've heard that.
DafoeboCop?
DafoeboCop, that's a good idea.
Wow.
Thanks.
That's original.
It's set in the far-flung future of 1986. It is in Detroit, Motor City, place of cars, and somewhere you go to make political statements in your films and games and books. Willem Dafoe plays Billy Murphy, the best cop in Detroit. I'm the best cop in Detroit! If I see someone committing a crime, I'll hit them with a stick! Then they won't do it again. And it's true. He sees Daniel Radcliffe roughing up some old lady. Just, hey, give me your money, you old bastard. And she's like, no, I'm an old lady. It's that one who played the old lady in Game of Thrones.
Oh.
And then Willem Dafoe's like, shut up. I'm going to hit you with a stick. And he smacks Daniel Radcliffe so hard his head comes off.
Wow.
Boosh.
That's really mean.
That's the sound of his head going through the air and into the gutter. It's the far-flung future of 1984. Police brutality has been voted in favour of by the American public. They love it. Can't get enough of it.
Terrifying. Like The Running Man, another movie that takes place in the future.
It is exactly like The Running Man.
But he's supposed to be the hero, right? DafoeboCop. He's already killing a beloved actor,
yes,
personality.
But he's a cop. It's okay.
That just makes sense. Police are there to enforce laws.
Yeah, by any means necessary. People like Judge Dredd. They look up to him.
I thought he was a parody, Judge Dredd, sort of how bad it's going to be. It was sort of cautionary parody.
Well, you keep listening to this movie pitch. The penny will drop. It'll all make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway. He's infiltrating a gang hideout. I'm infiltrating a gang hideout! I gotta be quiet! Come with me, viewers! He says this directly to the camera. Come with me, viewers! There's an evil gang in the hideout, eating so many drugs, and Ellen DeGeneres is their leader. Ellen DeGeneres is their leader. Oh, I'm Ellen DeGeneres, and I'll tell you what, I fucking love drugs. I'm going to eat all the drugs, and then I'm going to go out killing women.
What?
Wow.
Why would Ellen do that?
Going out killing women? Ellen DeGeneres has gone too far this time. Ellen DeGeneres, I'm going to hit you with a stick until you promise not to do those bad crimes no more. Oh, yeah? Well, we see how good you are at hitting people with sticks when we shoot you to death with guns. What? And then they all shoot him to death with guns.
Jeez.
Blow his arm off, blow his leg off, get him in the eye a bit.
End of movie. Dead main character. The cop is gone.
You'd think. But after Ellen DeGeneres and her gang, which includes Brendan Fraser and Kit Harington, once they're done clubbing the twitching remains with their shoes and fists and packets of drugs, they're just battering it. It's just he's on the floor going, I'm dying of guns. And they're finishing the job with shoes and packets of drugs in their fists. And you've got Brendan Fraser. She's I love hitting someone with a big bag of cocaine. It's my favourite thing in the world to do. They leave him for dead, and he's on the floor. Now I am dead. Fades to black, but then we hear a voice. The voice of none other than Charles Dance from Alien 3.
Oh, yeah, great actor.
This cop is dead, but I will bring him back to life with technology. Technology that will make him part machine, part thing, and all of the police.
All of the he's going to replace all of the police
With a robot. Yeah.
with one robot.
DafoeboCop.
Makes sense to me.
Willem Dafoe comes out covered head to toe in tin foil. And he's the best new cop. He is part machine, part thing, and all of the police. All of it. Goes out on the street. And he goes back to the gang and he finds Brendan Fraser first, who is menacing children with a spider on the end of a bit of string. And he's flinging the string at them and flicking it back. And the kids are going, ah, spider! It's probably poisonous too, I bet. Probably a black widow. What do you think about that? And then he hears, stop, creep! It's me, DafoeboCop! And then Brendan Fraser looks right at the camera and says, DafoeboCop? But you're dead! Yeah, well, I'm not. Now I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop crime the way DafoeboCop does. And then, out of his leg comes that iconic DafoeboCop weapon, a skateboard. The skateboard comes out of his thigh and he grabs it in his hand. He says, I'm gonna put a stop to your spiderous menacing with skateboard tricks. Throws the skateboard down on the floor, jumps on it, does all of the tricks. Ollie, 360 spin, Ollie.
Damn. That is someone not to be fucked with.
And that, how does that stop? He's just showing off.
Ollie! He yells it as he does it. Ollie! 360 spin! Another Ollie! Then he looks right at Brendan Fraser and says, your move, creep.
He's gonna just get shot.
And then Brendan Fraser says, oh God, it's my move, creep. This is a lot of pressure for old Brendan Fraser's character. Okay, give me your skateboard, kid, or I'll menace you with the spider again. And then one of the kids who's got a skateboard, they didn't in the previous, so they've got it now, hands him the skateboard and he says, right, it's my move. Gets on the skateboard, slips, breaks his neck.
Wow.
That's the end of that criminal.
So it was all a trick? DafoeboCop was trying to get Brendan Fraser to break his own neck?
The skateboard trick was itself a trick.
Wow. It was a skateboard trick.
That's why it's part machine, part thing, all of the police. Ellen DeGeneres is on a balcony, on a phone saying, oh, I'm doing some crimes. And then there's a big chalkboard behind her that just says crimes, double underlined. So you know she's serious about the crimes. Oh yeah? You think twice about the crimes that you're gonna do? And then Ellen turns around and DafoeboCop is there and he pushes her. And there was a skateboard behind her the whole time and she falls off the balcony into some black slime. Because Detroit is like bad in the future from economy.
Right.
And so the river, Detroit River, is now just all black slime.
That's his commentary.
Just like the Blob.
Yes. Well, to really hammer it home, satire now happens. You said earlier, Jonathan, that you wasn't sure, like, isn't Judge Dredd supposed to be a parody? Well, this is the part of the movie where satire happens.
Oh.
Now, I will be perfectly honest with you. In the speculative script we've written, we haven't thought of any satire. We've just earmarked about 30 pages and just written satire on each one. And if we can't think of anything before it goes to production, then I think we are just going to have like a solid 15 to 25 minute block where the word satire is just on the screen.
Well, I have been kicking around an idea for this, and I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I thought that maybe we could show some of the, like, corporate evil that is infecting and allowing all of this bloodshed to happen. And we can center it, all of it around, you know, like, scenes just, like, in a bathroom, right? And we have an executive, and we'll cast, Eminem. Eminem would be great for this, right?
Oh, Marshall Mathers would be a perfect fit.
The rapper.
Right, and so he's in the bathroom with other executives, says, oh, you know, this DafoeCop is bringing in big margins, and then he goes and looks at himself in the mirror and just starts vomiting spaghetti.
Yes! That way, people watching the film would say, ha! Nailed the sucker.
Like the satire?
Exactly.
Yeah, they'd be like, right, I wasn't too sure about DafoeboCop until I saw Eminem vomiting spaghetti into a bathroom mirror. And bits of the spaghetti bounced off the mirror and hit him in the face again.
Ugh. Wow, that's
It's good.
It's really.
It's good. So Eminem is like retching up spaghetti for like, again,
15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. That's the entire satire. It's just 15, 20 minutes of blah, blah, just an endless stream of spaghetti coming out of his mouth. Cuts to the Black River of slime.
What?
Little did we know that it is all pollution and shit. And that makes people mutants and monsters, as we know from films. A black slime-covered hand bursts out of the water and grips the riverbank. Another one bursts out, black and slick and oily. A big Ellen DeGeneres head with big white eyes and a long tongue comes out and just goes, "We are Venom DeGeneres," and comes out, and it's fucking DafoeboCop versus Venom DeGeneres for 3 minutes. Just enough time before the joke gets old.
A 3-minute fight scene between those two titans?
Yes.
They're tough.
Yeah, they're just throwing punches at each other, just each one in turn saying DafoeboCop or Venom DeGeneres. DafoeboCop! Venom DeGeneres! DafoeboCop! Venom DeGeneres. I think there's about 3 minutes of mileage out of that satire.
I mean, I think the fight scene in They Live between Keith David and Rowdy Roddy Piper was more like 10 minutes. And they only said, "Put on the glasses! Put them on, the glasses!" He said, "I won't wear the glasses." It was just that for 10 minutes. They did great.
Well, I was thinking what we might do is because people might not be all that satisfied with a 3-minute fight scene, but it really can't go on longer than that. So I thought after 3 minutes, we just cut in the fight scene from They Live, but with Willem Dafoe's face and Ellen DeGeneres' face kind of plastered over the middle of the screen. I don't quite know how to track that.
Oh, the superimposing there.
So I thought if I just had their photos of them just in the middle of the screen while the fight happens, people can put 2 and 2 together in their minds and just imagine their faces on Rowdy Roddy Piper and Keith David.
Totally unrelated, but I actually do want somebody to make that, but with Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden.
Oh, now that's satire. Oh,
Yikes.
So that's the capper?
yes.
The Venom DeGeneres and DafoeboCop.
Yeah, and I'm stopping it right there because I was desperate and scared the whole way through that.
You pulled it off. I want to draw fan art of this now.
I think everyone listening wants to draw Venom DeGeneres versus DafoeboCop.
I hope they do. It's definitely, I think it would look good on a t-shirt, probably. I don't mean to sound like a salesman, but I'm pretty sure someone would wear that.